Hello and welcome to the second part of the DMV hearing. This is about the hearing itself and what you need to do to prepare for the hearing if you're going to fight your DUI. There are three issues that you have to confront in a DMV hearing. One, did the police have a constitutional basis for stopping your car? Two, did they have probable cause to arrest you? And three, did you have a BAC of 0.08 or higher? So those are basically the three issues. Now, what do you do to prepare for a DMV hearing to confront these issues? The first thing you want to do is you want to look into the possibility of subpoenaing the police officer to testify at the DMV hearing. There is a subpoena form that you can get online from the DMV. You fill it out. You mail it to if it's a CHP cop, then you mail it to the California Highway Patrol. If it's a San Jose PD officer, you send it to the San Jose Police Department. And it advises this police officer that he's being required to show up and testify on a date certain and at a time. So in order to send the subpoena out, you have to have both a notice of hearing and you should also have a police report, which the DMV will send to you. We'll talk more about that later. There's a subpoena for the police officer or for any witnesses or anyone else that you have, but there's also something called a subpoena ducis tecum. And a subpoena ducis tecum is a subpoena for the custodian of records to present either documents or videos or whatever other possessions they have that could have an influence on your case. The subpoena ducis tecum form is again online, and we'll put it on our screen right now so that you can find out where to go to get that subpoena. What do you want to ask for? Well, in terms of a subpoena ducis tecum, you want to ask for MVAR tapes. The common things that most people ask for, you may not want to. It depends on the facts in your case. But MVAR tapes are usually something that you like to see. Also radio dispatch tapes and calibration records for the breath and or blood that you gave. You want to make sure that the machines that measured your blood alcohol concentration level were properly calibrated. The police report. The police report is the single most important thing that you can get. And as we said in the previous tape, one of the advantages of a DMV hearing is that you get a copy of that police report before the court arraignment occurs, and it gives you an advanced look at your case. The DMV must send the police report to you. It has to be received by you within 10 days of the hearing. If you receive it late, call the DMV, ask for a continuance. They'll have to put your hearing over for 30 days, and that's not a bad thing. At the DMV hearing, you are permitted to tape record. And you should bring a tape recorder if you don't have one. Ask the DMV hearing officer for a copy of her. She's also keeping an audio file of it, and she'll give you a CD-ROM with the proceedings on that tape. The problem with the DMV hearing is that the burden of proof is so low. In a criminal case, the burden of proof is beyond a reasonable doubt. That means that the district attorney, in order to prove your guilt, must prove your guilt to an exclusion of any reasonable doubt. In a DMV proceeding, the burden of proof is by a preponderance of the evidence. That means that if the police officer is 51% believable and you're 49% believable, you lose. Other problems with the DMV hearing. Hearsay evidence is admissible in a DMV hearing. The police officer doesn't have to go to the hearing to testify in order for the police report to be believed. That's the bottom line. You can come in with letters or statements from other people, and that's also acceptable hearsay. So you want to you need to be aware of that. That's an issue. The third problem with the DMV hearing is that the hearing officer is also the prosecutor. So I think the most recent surveys that were done indicated that 1 out of every 10 DMV APS hearings were won by the defendant. I think you should keep that in mind. Now, if you don't think you're going to win, go back to the previous tape and you'll learn why you need to have a DMV hearing anyway. Don't give up your right to a DMV hearing just because you don't think you can win. This is a complicated issue, and I don't think this videotape is sufficient for any specific case that you have. So if you have a police report, call us. We can look at it for you. We can tell you what we think you should do, or whether we see any holes in the case, things that are of interest that you might want to pursue. And we'd be happy to do that for you at no charge. If you have any questions, you can call us at 408-283-0574, or you can visit our website at dmvcounsel.com. And thanks for watching.